Like, I feel like this is just, like, the last puzzle, and we're done, you know? Like, they're...
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like there's... No, because there's always, like, the final, like, super intense moment, right? With the bad guy or whatever, which is probably Birdman. Also, for the Ghost Dog attacks, we haven't seen a single one since that first night.
Yeah? Those are broken, which makes me... Well, no. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with these. Like, I can click them, but why? For what purpose?
I don't know. I do not know.
I don't remember seeing anything that related to any of this.
What's all the way down to the other end of the hall? Anything?
There's two pathways, both lead to a dead end. There's that with the rocks, and this with a door.
Door doesn't open?
Nope.
Okay.
So Iggy...
Surrounded by gold and stuff or something? I don't know.
No, he's just laying there. It's just like his picture. Just yellow.
And that one you can't click on?
Nope. I can only click on the map ones.
Okay. Well, it was next to him, so maybe the spot where he laid on the porch, right?
Yeah, but this doesn't look anything like this map.
I don't know. I don't know what angle we're looking at it from with Moonlight, I guess.
Okay, I can only click 5 panels.
4 and then, what, it resets it or something?
Yes.
Alright, I don't know.
I'm looking this up. Oh, really? Okay, so these don't even matter.
They don't?
Only one matters, and that's the one that actually looks like the map.
Oh, well then why would the other... Whatever.
Okay, so that makes more sense. The other ones are just distractions, I guess. So, basically, you just click where each dog was. Okay. Is that right? No. No. What? Okay, wait. This is wrong, I think. Okay, this one. Here, then... Here, and then... Oh, here.
And then...
That doesn't sound good.
Save, I guess, since... Alright, here it is, the final chance or whatever. Dare I say that? Final scene.
It's some kind of lock.
Well, I have this key.
It's some kind of lock.
Nope.
Screwdriver?
It's some kind of lock.
Pen?
It's some kind of lock.
Pen?
It's some kind of lock.
Also, why do we have to
It's
stick
some
the pen
kind
into
of
that one
lock.
hole for the other key thing?
I don't know.
Like, what was even the point? Did it open or anything? Or like, what was the...
Well, did any of this open, maybe? Yeah, this also opened.
Well, there's water and stuff. Supplies of some sort down here.
Dog food. Dog... Silent Sonic's dog whistle. You can hear where dogs can. Okay.
These dogs have been trained to act vicious on command.
I see.
Who's this?
We're going around that Lake Malone house has been sold. Find gold now, now, now. Eddie and Cher, stinky breath, must brush their teeth. Battle organic. Okay. Return to campfire. Do. We were true. Sale Malone house return. Time for plan D as in dog. Whoops, I didn't click.
Wait, what's all this?
This is someone's plan to get the gold.
Oh.
But they found out someone bought the land, so they have to scare them out, I guess. Which is exactly what we were thinking. Gary's gadgets and gizmos. You think it'd be provided. All dogs get animals. Plus, moving in late April. Okay. No gold. Tiles on mosaic and tunnel. Push in and out. Clues to where the gold is. Think. Sadly down. 27 freelance photographer. For tunnel kennel mead. Food bowls. Squeeze collars. Okay. This is basically just notes of taking care of the dogs that they bought, I guess. And all in his stupid puzzles. Can't take a flying leap.
Who in his stupid puzzles?
Malone.
Oh.
ND, probably us, 93, who knows about gold, must find before she does. It doesn't tell us who's writing all this, though.
So, what's your thoughts? Birdman or, Emily, maybe?
I don't know.
Adler? Mayan? What?
This is all our old cases.
Uses alien landing pads. What the
Kinda.
fan? What's that first one? Or the one on the right say? Something about Destiny's Shining Forth, I think I read.
This is talking about the actor.
Oh, Brady?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Brady Armstrong makes it come back. So this person researched
That's the
us.
speaker I saw in the house.
They did the research.
So a couple of dog harnesses, the speaker, food, the signal thingy. What?
Glow-in-the-dark toothpaste.
Ah, that's how their eyes are glowing.
They put the
Alright.
toothpaste in their eyes?
Like around it, like a paint.
Oh.
Maybe it's not
I
actually
bet the
toothpaste
dogs
or-
attacked Sally's house because high-frequency signal was transmitted to them through the speaker I saw on the roof.
That makes sense.
Yeah? Why'd you just stop to say that now instead of when we picked it up?
Right. Okay.
So, where's the other tunnel lead?
Still a dead end.
Huh.
But I have this key now.
So...
So it's the third one. I gotta do this again. This one. This one. This one. This one.
That didn't sound good.
It's some kind of lock.
Oh, wrong key.
Uh,
Save again.
some sort of big vault thing, it looks like. Nope, that's water. And I think he might have just died.
Yeah, I think I did. Hilarious.
Weird that the well's got all this shit on it, though. Like, I figured it would just be a well, like a big old, pool of water surrounded by dirt with a pump going down to it.
Water level.
Okay, so you gotta lower that
Something's
somehow?
missing here.
Missing?
I'm missing a valve, I guess.
Or into the wheel? Is it in the room anywhere?
Oh, whoops.
It's some kind of lock.
I didn't realize that was the way out.
Durr.
Okay.
What did that do? Nothing.
Doesn't seem to do anything, yeah.
Maybe you gotta turn the other one to,
It's
like,
locked.
locked. Alright.
Okay, what if I turn this one back? Now I can turn this one? Okay. Nothing?
Something's still locked, though.
No, this one was...
Well, I mean, you still need the other wheel, I'm pretty sure.
The wheel
but
is
how do I get
gone.
That's a good question, I don't know. Do you have anything in your inventory that might work?
It's
with the wheel
locked.
Kind of thing?
I don't think so.
I...
The pin?
Something's missing here.
Hammer?
Something's missing here.
The bucket!
Something's missing here.
I joke. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously the thing is you need to lower the water level. Also,
Oh.
Well,
Hilarious.
It's locked. It's locked.
and you gotta turn that one to...
Yeah, to release it. Then turn this one.
That unlocks a
The
thing.
wheel is spinning, but nothing's happening.
Or if I do this, and then...
Try it. Doesn't look like it did anything. That's locking and unlocking something, but I don't know what.
Maybe I need to lock this back and then do it.
Is it lowering the water level at all? Can you tell?
Doesn't look like it.
Wow.
Maybe I need to...
Something's missing here.
Okay.
What?
I think it wasn't really attached properly, so I need something to
It's
hold it in
locked.
place.
It's locked.
Okay.
Interesting.
There we go.
Oh, now you can open the vault door and boom, gold.
I'm this close to finding the gold. I just know it.
Okay.
Open the door.
Why did you stop to say that now? Like,
Right.
That was a little ominous. Something's about to happen, but I'm also this close to finding the gold. Oh boy. Wow.
Can I turn around?
No?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you...
Built by Krollmeister Wellworks? Okay.
Roman numerals for the year, whatever that was.
Yeah. For fuck's... What now? What now? Do I need year?
MCM, which is
These
19
colors look
something.
very familiar.
The colors?
Oh, it's one of these. I don't think the colors have anything to do with it.
Fuck's sake.
Yes, dogs at Moon Lake.
I can't be asked to deal with this.
You can't be asked.
I can't be asked.
Why not?
I just can't.
Well, I thought you liked solving puzzles.
Apparently I never saw the dogs. Apparently in that room with the dog treats and whatnot, there were actually dogs in the cage that I neglected to look at.
Were you supposed to look at them? Do you have to? Does it matter?
No, I don't think it actually matters. But there's like a kind of like a shortcut scene, but it doesn't matter, I guess.
Oh.
Anyway,
What?
just the dogs being cute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the dogs, the colors correspond with the dogs. Like Xander is red,
Mm-hmm.
green is Lucy, blah blah blah. So L Lucy means 50 because Roman numerals. So L 50.
Okay.
Okay.
But we should change one. It changes a bunch on the others too, right?
Yeah. Red is Xander, so that's 10.
Yep. Lucy with the L for 50.
Something's missing here.
Oh. Now what?
Something's missing here.
Gotta grab the pipe.
I'd better make sure this door is closed all the way before I fool around with anything else.
Okay.
It's locked.
Please don't tell me I have to do that puzzle again. Okay.
£600 of gold bullion. Wow.
Okay, save. Because I found the gold.
And now you're gonna die.
Now I'm gonna die.
A guy's gonna come down and like attack you, and yeah, you're gonna die. You're gonna die by a guy. Alright, so you found it, now what?
That's a very good question.
Hole in the floor? Another way out?
Hey there, Nancy.
Of
Wow,
course,
what on
it's friggin'
earth
Emily.
we got here?
But why?
I can't
Why?
let Emily catch me. I can't let Emily catch me.
Okay.
Don't you shut that door on me, Nancy Drew.
Turn around. Shut it. Okay.
Why'd you climb back out?
The trap her in there, I guess.
Hit it with the hammer!
There's plenty of gold here. Let me out of
need to
here,
get out of
Nancy.
here.
No, don't. Okay.
Nancy, wait. Let's talk about this. This can just be our little secret. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, remember? Nancy?
The gold's all yours, Em. Enjoy it while you can.
Wow. Holy crap.
Dear Ned, as soon as I got out of the tunnels, Emily had left a door open. I called the sheriff, but when I led him back down the well to the room where I'd left Emily, she refused to leave. He and his deputies finally got her out, but one of them said afterward that if he had to choose between getting a bear away from her cub and getting Emily away from that gold, he'd pick the bear. What's worse, by the time they took Emily away, the place was swarming with reporters from all over the country. The commotion has scared away every bird for miles. I'm pretty sure Red Knot would like to strangle me. On the other hand, when Ranger Akers found out that 7 cars and 2 helicopters were illegally parked on park property and that he was going to get to ticket them, he was ecstatic. Tucker Dave has finally cleared away that dead tree, which means I'm free to drive home. Moon Lake is beautiful, but I've had enough wildlife for now. Which reminds me, did I mention that those 4 ghost dogs are actually very sweet? They're so sweet, in fact, that Sally is seriously thinking about adopting them. How's that for irony? Ever yours, Nancy.
Huh.
Bess, hi, it's Nancy. I'm at this little amusement park on the coast. I wish I could say I was having a wonderful time, but the fact is, some pretty spooky things have been happening here. There have been some strange accidents.
Another
And the
spooky game
carousel,
right after
it
the
starts
last
up in the
spooky
dead
game?
of night all
I
by
guess this one
itself,
wasn't
like
actually that
it's
spooky,
haunted
though.
or something. You know me, I don't get scared very easily, but I saw it myself, and I'll call you later. I've got to go right now.
Do we play somebody other than Nancy Drew?
Probably not.
Probably not. Would be kind of funny though.
Yeah.
The haunted carousel.
Okay. 2 spooky games in a row. Interesting.
Carousel. Why carousel?
I don't know.
It seems like an arbitrary thing. I don't know. I feel like it'd be like the roller coaster of doom, or
That one felt kind of anticlimactic.
eh? Why was it Nancy? Or not Nancy? Why was it Emily?
Yeah, I don't know.
she was scooping for stuff. Also, why would did she have like a hammer or something, or like?
It looked like a pipe.
Oh, why? Why wouldn't she just like? I figured she would be happy because you did all the stuff for her in the shop, and she helped you find the thing. Like, why couldn't she have just been like, Holy crap, Nancy, you found it! Congrats! How is it all there? Like, I don't know, I just feel like there's a different turn I could have taken, rather than Emily, of all people. I don't know. I figured it was going to be the ranger because, you know, it's like from his family. His family is part of the ones that.
Well,
like, built
but
it
you know,
up.
these kind of mystery things, the most obvious choice is never the correct choice.
Yeah, maybe it was Birdman because I'm pretty sure he was the one that burned down your.
No, that must have been Emily.
When? Why? Why did she tie you up? I figured she would have just taken that pipe and knocked you out with it and been done with it.
Because she wants the gold and fucking. Yeah, I don't know, man. This one felt kind of off.
A little bit. And hey, listen, don't get me wrong. The Nancy Drew, what was it, the last game with the Mayan temple stuff? That was tedious. Did you have for the freaking face thing?
Yeah.
That's the faces to the.
Which I don't even know if I needed to do. That could have been completely optional.
I'm pretty sure that one was required.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because we needed that for one of the puzzles, right?
Well, yeah, but that didn't actually unlock anything. That was just one of the to-do list items.
Well, I'm sure we had to do the to-do list to progress.
Maybe.
Regardless, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Because it didn't even give you the correct things to be able to tell what was what.
This one was also tedious. I feel like the amount of puzzles was kind of unnecessary, because, you know, you're finally getting like, oh, this is where it is, and then, boom, another puzzle. It's like, really?
Okay,
another one?
Solve that. Oh, hey, this is where it is? No.
Yeah, another puzzle.
Hey, oh,
yeah.
This is where...
Like there's like 5 puzzles in a row right at the very end.
Yeah.
And it's like, really?
Like, listen, the thing with the spigots, you know... I understand the whole Roman numerals thing, but it was prevalent a little bit much, especially if it's supposed to be based around dogs in a lake. You know?
Yeah. This was kind of silly.
A little bit. I'm not trying to knock it too hard because I did enjoy it.
Yeah. I feel like it didn't have the same
kind of drive.
Yeah, like the same zest as the other games. I mean, sure, the museum one had a slow start because you didn't even get the mystery until like halfway in. This one, at least the mystery was like right from the get-go, but towards the end it kind of fell off.
Yeah. Which is kind of a shame because I was actually really excited to go digging around in this like old speakeasy looking for gold or whatever.
Yeah.
All this some like weird stuff with all these dogs. I thought that was going to be a much bigger like conspiracy thing than it really was.
Honestly, I think it could have just ended at the speakeasy. Maybe the gold was in the speakeasy. I feel like the extra after,
even finding the door after you got through the spigots and everything behind it.
Yeah, the spigots could have been the last thing. But after that, there was another set of tunnels and another...
Okay, going down there and finding the house for where Xander was and everything, you know, with the red for the pipes.
And then finding the dogs,
okay, fine.
You know...
Okay, sure, that makes some sense, I guess. But that really should have been about the end of it. You should have went down one, you know, that led you to the dogs and everything there to solve all that. And then Nancy should have said something about like, oh my gosh, I think I know who it is. You know, because there was absolutely no clue whatsoever that it was anything having to do with Emily, other than she liked to take it. She used to drag or whatever the bottom of the lake for antiques and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was basically the only hint that she wants to sell these antiques and, I guess, become rich, maybe? I mean, she didn't even really say anything about wanting to be rich, but she wanted to sell the antiques at least.
Yeah, which, I mean, I guess the gold is antique, but also it's 600 pounds worth of gold. Like, you're not going to be able to pawn that off to anybody except a bank, probably. Maybe a pawn shop.
Yeah.
Like, you could try talking to maybe the Federal Reserve, or if you can prove it's, like, antique gold or whatever, maybe like the ranger could have done something to help you. But
I mean, you're right. The ranger would have made sense. It would have been too obvious, but it would have at least made sense because it's related to his family.
I think for it being, I think it was about as obvious as the average Nancy Drew game, honestly.
Yeah.
Only because he said that, you know, originally he was like, oh yeah, it was a, you know, coincidence or whatever. So he was trying to hide something, and then, you know, like, yeah, actually that was my grandfather. You know, what if it turned out that he wasn't actually related to Wally, but he was actually the child of Malone. I know it sounds weird, but like, what if, you know? In a weird sense. I know his name is Akers, and it's Wally Akers, Joe Akers, Jeff Akers.
I think the family relationship was fine the way they did it.
Maybe.
But I think it could have been like a secret motive of him, right? Like if they went with him being the actual perpetrator,
which
like
also would have kind of made sense because nobody else seems to like him. He's takes his job very seriously.
Maybe he could have been trying, like, he said that his dad, right, Joe,
was trying to prevent everybody from figuring out who his grandfather was.
Yeah, because he wanted to like clear that from his family name. You know, he was ashamed of who his dad was or whatever.
Right.
But what if
he was ashamed of who his grandfather was?
Right. Well, no, I'm talking about his dad was ashamed of who his dad was.
Okay. Fair.
Anyway, maybe the ranger, what was his name? Jeff. Maybe he wanted to clear his grandfather, or maybe he's proud of his ancestry, right? Maybe he wants Wally to like be more recognized.
Given everything he went to the museum and everything.
Right. It's like
seems to be the case.
Right. It's like my grandpa never was able to find that gold, but I'm going to. You know.
He was the #1 most entrusted advisor of Mickey Malone, the most notorious gangster of Moon Lake for the Roaring 20s or whatever.
I mean, it's all right there for him to be set up for that, but
and then nope, it's Emily.
Yeah,
because reasons.
Like
my second guess, Birdman. Like I really think that it could have made another compelling thing of it being Birdman because he seems to have been the one that tied us up and
he wasn't though.
I'm still not convinced on that. Personally.
Well, no, he wouldn't have been because he wanted the birds, right? He was even like, I couldn't find. It turns out the tree that the hawks used to live in isn't there anymore, so you won't be able to get it. And Nancy was like, actually, I found one in here. And he was like, oh my goodness, you're amazing. Well, he didn't actually say that. He was just like, oh, thank you. It's like, shouldn't you be more grateful? But whatever. But it seems he really did just care about the birds.
I only say that because
he happened to be there.
Well, that also it found the hawk that he was looking for with the camera from instead of in the tree, but on your house, Sally's house, on top of the speaker that was planted there. Like I don't know because he's the one that he gave you the camera, the recorder with the bird calls and everything. I feel like he was the one to set up the thing with the dogs. You know, I feel like that was his doing, or it easily could have been.
But I guess not.
I guess not. Maybe there was a clue when you looked at the dogs to show that it was Emily or something. I don't know. Like, I just... Also, clearly somebody had figured out quite a bit because they found all the way down past the speakeasy and everything to get to the dang place where the dogs were.
The only thing that they didn't figure out was the grid puzzle.
Which, I guess, was the last step.
Yeah,
but...
because, like, they needed to press those 4 things that only I had the map of.
Right, because you were the only one to actually figure out where the dogs used to rest and figure out But they figured out the thing for the poem, the thing for the clock, which means that they must have sabotaged the thing with the puzzle clock or whatever back inside the house at the sanded down.
They also figured out the spigots, apparently.
They figured out the Roman numerals for all the...
like, they figured everything out.
They figured out the tombstone to get down to the speakeasy tunnels. They figured out how to get into the door with the...
How did they even... Wait. Yeah, how did they get in there without the key?
They got into the other door without a key, too.
How the fuck? Oh, jeez. How?
Master lockpicker. Maybe she beat it open with that pipe of hers because it's old and rusty.
She apparently picked the lock and figured out that it spelled Baldo.
Yeah, instead of Waldo.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how funny and Waldo, because you'd make it fun of the guys after him. Whatever.
Right.
Fine. I don't know. Maybe like us, she just happened to stumble into it.
How?
Well, that's what happened with us. We were sitting there and we were like, well, maybe it was, Baldy or whatever.
Well, maybe.
So maybe from there she just kind of started messing with it like us and, it's Baldo.
But she still needed to pick the lock at least.
Yeah, I'm still confused about that one.
It's weird.
Because I don't think that was a lock you necessarily could have picked because you have to put the key in and turn it and then it opens like a whole huge thing from the tombstone.
After you put in Baldo.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe you could have locked it. But then she went down there into the tunnels, found her way across the hole and everything, didn't bother to board it up, just left it there.
Yeah.
But anyway, kept going down, found her way into the speakeasy, which was underneath the house, with the secret... There was a secret door with the floor panels and everything right there. Surely she would have figured that out and been like, oh, hey, don't stand there.
Well,
remember when
she didn't need to use that secret passageway because if she could get it from a cemetery, she wouldn't need that.
I guess, but wouldn't it have been a lot more convenient just going through the house?
Well, yeah, but she doesn't own the house. Maybe that's why she was trying to get Sally to to leave. Yeah, so she could buy the house, and it would be easier for her to stay there and try to find it.
Even so, but she even got past all the stuff down there. She figured out the thing with the spigots. You know, not gold or
Vivi
or anything else like we thought.
Yeah.
No, it was specifically the Roman numerals for the first names of the dogs in reverse order.
Yeah.
And then she went in and she apparently couldn't figure out where the dogs like used to play and bark and whatnot, I guess, or whatever.
Or maybe
where
she
they hung out.
She might have found out everything except for Xander, maybe, because no, if she got past the spigots, then she would have seen Xander's picture too.
Yeah.
So,
and
she just didn't have the map. Maybe is the thing, because we got the map from the journal, which was in the basement, which she didn't have access to, because that belongs in the house. She only was able to access the speakeasy, not the house.
But with Sally spooked away, why didn't she return to try it?
Because Nancy's there now.
I don't know, I just feel like that she could have found... She must have found, like, a decent amount of time to go around and do all this, because I don't think she had all access to all of this previously.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So, like, while you were out talking with, the ranger or about...
Yeah,
she probably found something down there.
Maybe.
Found her way down there at that point.
But she didn't find the map, though, because we...
Well, no, she must have found her way down there
Yeah.
previously because she was keeping the dogs down there and letting them out.
But you only need to access the speakeasy from that. You could do that from the cemetery. Not that... You wouldn't need the house for that.
But she would need to figure out the thing for the spigots to be able to...
Mm-hmm.
Which is also kind of interesting. I don't know, I guess it was kind of related to the dogs because of the Roman numeral thing, but it felt centered more on the numbers, less on the dogs or their names or anything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that it
especially with, like, one of the last puzzles where you had to remember the color each dog was associated with and then put in the number that their first initial Roman numeral is associated. Yeah.
Like, why not just have me spell out their names?
Right.
Or, put in the date that maybe you, like, adopted them or something, or their age, or whatever. Even something related to the dogs themselves.
Yeah.
The Roman numerals on their first name.
Right.
Or the first initial of their name. Like, I don't know, that just seems arbitrary.
It is.
Well, any other final comments?
It's almost 2 hours, so... Melody, if you're watching this, which you probably are because you're editing, go ahead and just split this into 2 episodes.
Like I said.
Yeah. Oh well.
Imagine that. I'm right again.
Well, you want to record some Spyro now?
Sure.
Alright. See you guys.
One more thing.
Yeah?
I do want to say, I really wish that the camera thing for the birds wasn't as tedious as it was.
Yeah.
Because you had to go and sleep until night to be able to talk to him and then go back during the day.
If he was, like, awake during the daytime, it would be much easier, because it would completely cut out the whole sleeping thing. Because we then could just walk up to his treehouse and be like, hey, advice?
And then so there was a certain, like, there wasn't a time limit or anything, so we weren't really under pressure for that, so we could just sleep until morning, sleep until night.
And there was
whenever
actually...
do anything.
Yeah.
It didn't really even matter.
There was actually no threat to being out during at nighttime at all.
Not even from the ghost dogs.
Right. Like,
Which
they made it sound like, oh no, don't be out during
they
night.
attack
But
every other night or whatever, ever since she moved in the first week.
apparently that was only because of the dog whistle through the speakers.
Which was still attached the entire time until we saw it, and then it was taken down after we got put in the fire.
Yeah.
So, yay. Also, I want to point out, all of the hints from all of the people were really vague.
Yeah. I mean, we are playing on...
Senior detective, but still.
Yeah.
If I come to you for a hint, give me, like, a direct hint. That's the biggest problem with all these Nancy Drew games is you have to pull up a walkthrough because the hints are never...
Yeah, I don't feel bad about using walkthrough for these games. I don't. Like, I do not feel bad in the slightest.
I do, because it's not authentic, I guess.
I mean,
for the audience,
yeah.
but at the same time...
We would never figure it out. We wouldn't.
The puzzle... The fact that it had 4 different maps, one related to each dog, in that same tunnel, and only the third one from the front was the one that actually counted.
Yeah.
Not, so this one's Iggy, so he liked to rest on the porch. Hey, this one is Lucy, so she liked to go down on the lake.
No, we had to find the map that actually matched up with the map we had.
Which I find arbitrary. make it, if you're gonna have 4 like that, have them be 4 the identical map of the angle from the house and everything where you're looking.
And then, like, choose each spot on each map.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or just give me 1 map, the 4 dogs around it, and then, you know, I pick out where they go and whatnot. As according to the match of the map I have in.
Right.
Also, wait, if she got down to the speakeasy and everything, she should have had access to the...
No, because I was in the cellar.
Which you can reach from the speakeasy.
Well, that is true, yeah.
So surely she should have gotten... Yeah, and it was already, like, unlocked and everything by the time we got down there.
I guess she just never found the safe, or maybe she didn't know the combination to the safe.
Did we? Did we have to put the combination in?
Yeah, we did.
I thought we just had to unlock it with a key.
No, we had to put, remember it was like 012912 or something. 013913 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, 012932.
Yeah.
The day he got arrested, I think it was?
Yes.
Yeah. Which... I feel like she might have been able to figure out.
Maybe.
Just the amount of reading and whatnot she could have done from the computer that has all the stuff on it.
Mm.
Again, another reason why it points back to, like, Jeff should have been the one that was the...
Yeah, because he's the one that runs the museum.
And he's got all of the information, he could figure out all these things. He clearly has a dog and knows how to care for them. He cares about, you know, animals and creatures. And because it's really... He wants to, you know, show off the things, the gold from the museum to show that, yeah, the heist was real, this is what happened and whatnot.
He'd be like, this is my legacy. Haha, you know.
Also, that would boost the popularity of his museum and give him the, like, rich dream and everything he was talking about wanting to do, about making this a really popular tourist spot.
Yeah.
That would have been a big deal. I don't even know what Emily's motive was.
I don't either, really.
Like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, I have zero idea why she was the perpetrator behind any of it. It should have been Jeff.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
I know that seems like the obvious answer, but also everything literally points to him.
Yeah.
The only other suspect that has anything pointing to him is Birdman, because I still think he's the one that set the fire.
Yeah, it really seems like they just picked her because she's the least expected. But that doesn't make it compelling.
Well, if that's the case, make it Tucker or whatever the fuck. The guy who clears the tree. Like,
we never even met him.
Yeah, we never even got to see what it looks like. It's just some random dude who I guess has a chainsaw that eventually wandered by to clear us out of the house.
Yeah.
What
if it was Sally? What if she hired us to find the gold for her?
That would have been actually really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Her own friend betrays her.
Right.
That would have been kind of neat, actually, I think.
But no, it was Emily.
Also, there wasn't like a huge like action sequence of like, you know, having to...
I mean, there kind of was. We had to like sneak underneath her or something.
Oh no, you hid in the sewer for a second and crawled back out.
Right.
Wow, you shut a door, you crawled under the sewer, you crawled back up, and you shut the door again. Wow.
Right. So thrilling.
Also, how did she not figure out the same method back out? Like, how did she not jump down the hole and...
I don't know.
Again!
She was able to figure all this out, but she couldn't figure out a hole in the floor.
Right? And it's like the most obvious thing of a manhole cover.
Yeah.
Also, it's a manhole cover inside of this giant, like, well thing where there's this huge-ass vault built into it that contains gold.
Right.
That's where the wells, like, water and everything was. Where did the water go?
Underneath.
How are you supposed to get it back up?
I don't know.
Who had the time to go through, like, what kind of city builder pipes or whatever? Like, I don't care if you're a sewer man. Who has the time, the tools, and the effort to go down in all of this water? Also, wait a second. You picked up that scuba mask, and you never used it.
That wasn't actually a scuba mask. I think that was like the thing for the rats, to make sure I don't catch the rat thing. Remember? Because I had the I think it was an air filter or like a gas mask.
Oh.
So to make, because of the mice that were down there, and I had to be careful not to get the fucking hantavirus. Right, the deer mice thing.
Yeah. Anyway, but who has the tools, the material, and the time, and the manpower to go underneath this like tombstone weird like vault passage thing down into a bunch of spooky ass tunnels, reinforce them all enough so you can actually walk through it, get to this giant metal door that has a speakeasy hidden behind it, and you're not gonna blab anything about it because you're a patron or something, I guess.
Also, whoever built this also had to build the puzzles too, right? Unless it was Malone himself who built it.
You're telling me this one guy went down. Like, he stole all this gold, all these 600 pounds worth of gold bars.
If he can afford to build all this, he probably didn't even need that gold. Because I'm sure that would be extremely expensive to build all of it.
Yeah, I'm surprised the gold was still there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I figured it'd be like 2 at this point, because I figured it would spend all the gold bars building all this shit to hold the gold.
Right.
Like, even so, 600 pounds worth of gold. And he and his other lackeys, or he and Wally, or whatever, take this, bring it back down to the speakeasy where they're operating out of, alright? And he's like, hey, you know what? Instead of pouring beer, I'm going to turn the spigots into a really, really weird puzzle. Alright? So what you're going to do is you're going to take the first initial from each of my dogs, put them in backwards order, right? That's going to open the door here, right behind the bar, where anybody can see it if they're in there and I pull this off, right? So we got to make sure that we do this alone, right? You follow me, Wally? Yeah? Okay. So, we take the gold. We're going to go in here. We're going to build a big old pit. Right? And then at the end of the
Well, actually, Wally didn't know, remember? Wally didn't know about any of this. He was the one trying to find it.
Oh, yeah. Which means that it was Malone and...
Malone did it all by himself, I guess.
He had to have, because Wally was literally the only person he trusted with any of it. And even then, he just gave him the big hint, the dogs will point the way.
Yeah.
And then never said anything about it again.
Yep.
He didn't tell his girlfriend, he didn't tell his, best friend, he didn't tell literally anybody about what was going on.
He must have spent, at least a few years down there building all that. If he was doing it by himself.
I mean, yeah, and that's outside of the time of him running the speakeasy and everything, where he's supposed to be serving drinks and holding casino games and everything else.
Yeah.
During the Prohibition period of the Roaring 20s and 30s. Hello?
Yeah?
What? You telling me that there was enough time away from the bar that was the most popular thing around?
Maybe it was only open at night or something, so during the day he just did build his tunnels or whatever, I don't know.
You don't think anybody would have questioned anything about the fact that
hey, where's Malone? I haven't seen him in a while.
Any of the gangsters come around to his house and be like, hey, has anybody seen the boss? He was really wanting to pull off that heist with the train and everything. We kind of need to get a plan that if we're gonna, do this thing. I don't.
Yeah. Man.
There's a lot of stuff behind it, and I'm just like. Also, the thing with the pipe where you had to pull the wheel that was just sitting there by the door. By the way.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there by the door.
Yeah.
Put it in the thing. Pull all this, put the screwdriver in for some reason. I'm still...
It was missing the thing that holds it in place.
Oh, but whatever. Because you just jammed it in like that.
Yeah. Well, that
works.
It puts it in place. It locks it in, even though I didn't need to do that for the other...
But you stabbed it in and you could still turn it, so it didn't lock it in place.
No, it locked the wheel onto the thing, right? Imagine there's 2 holes, right? There were 2 sets of holes, sorry. There's one in the wheel and one in the thing you put the wheel in. So you put it to make sure that they are connected. Because if you turn it without connecting them, it's only going to turn the wheel.
Why would you need the wheel in the first place? I didn't see a hole in there, though. It was the thing. I just saw the pipe.
Yeah, the pipe. That's what I mean. There was a hole in the pipe before we put the wheel on.
Then just stick the screwdriver in it. If that's how you're going to turn it, just... Why bother getting the wheel?
Yeah, you're right. We wouldn't even need the wheel at that point.
Also, the fact that you had to turn this one over here, go back, come over, turn this one, go back, and then turn this one. Finally, I have to get the wheel and the screwdriver in. That lowers the water level from the giant chamber of water in front of you. They then opened and crawled down a rusted out copper ladder into another bigger vault where there's another door. You open that. That's the actual vault.
Wait, you couldn't even open that yet because first you had to do puzzle, obviously. But then once you do the puzzle, another pipe slides out. You had to go back up, take the screwdriver out, grab the wheel, put the same wheel into the pipe
in this new door.
Yeah.
Then you turn that, and then it opens the vault where all of the gold is stashed, and there's no water.
Yeah.
But you open up the manhole, and then there's a sewer running directly underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
What appears to be a very clearly well-built city pipeline sewer.
Yeah.
Just running underneath the lake and the house and everything else.
Yeah.
But also built in such a manner that all you gotta do is open the manhole, walk 10 feet down the tunnel, climb back up,
yeah, why didn't we?
Back at the front.
You know what? Why did we even have to solve the puzzle for the door? We could have just gone down the manhole. We didn't need to put in those Roman numeral fucking whatever color matching up dog thing. We could have just gone down the manhole.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then, at the end of all of this, how is it that Nancy still hasn't picked up any sort of, like, self-defense, like, you know, method at all? She seems like a complete wimp, honestly.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but every time there's always been a...
Nancy is not prone to violence. Like, literally, even in the final scene, you remember, I tried to smash his head in with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, and she just like, I don't think that works here,
yeah.
or something like that.
Right.
He was like, oh, I don't feel so good, or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, would you have to do, like, flash him with the powder?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I still think the sledgehammer would have made more sense. And, like, don't bash his head in, I guess. Maybe, like, swipe at his legs.
Bash him in the stomach.
Yeah.
Poke him with the handle. Smack him in the head with the handle. I don't know.
Right, you have a sledgehammer in your hand.
Crush his
Use
foot.
it. Yeah.
It's violent, but it gets the job done. That old man ain't gonna run after you with a broken foot.
Right,
or
right.
Toe.
No, we're supposed to spook him with the lights.
Also, to hide from the cops inside the theater,
Yeah.
to jump into the closet. There was no indication of it.
Yeah, that was also very dumb.
It didn't look like there was any indication whatsoever you could even fit in there. Like, yeah, it's hanging a shirt, so it's like an average little locker thing, but it didn't look like there was enough room for a person.
Yeah.
And then, oh no, you magically just have to hide in there when the cop comes looking for you.
Right.
Because you can't convince him to be like, hey, can you give me literally just like 2 more minutes?
Hmm.
Literally 2 minutes.
Yeah. What can you do?
But also, the old guy was still in there.
Yeah.
And they didn't, like, sweep him out or anything? Because, you know, that would have made sense. Because, yeah, he's the curator of the museum or the theater or whatever.
Well, anyway,
yeah,
we're getting into older games at this point.
I know. As much as I love the Nancy Drew series, I do have my complaints with it. And
Yeah.
that goes for a lot of media I can take on. But it's just one of those things.
It is. But anyway, we should probably wrap this up. We're at 2:05.
Yeah.
So, see you guys next time. We're going to record some Spyro 2, so look forward to that.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.